Okay, so in order for us to make our scarecrow, we're gonna need something round that we can trace. We also want to have our paper set up nice and wide. We're not gonna work with it tall. We're gonna work with it nice and wide in landscape direction today. And I'm gonna take my bowl, whatever you have that's circular that you can trace, you're gonna take it and put it in the middle of your paper. Now, in mine, we've got this hat, so I'm gonna start by drawing the sides of my hat connected to my bowl. I don't really have a shape to describe it, so I kind of start on the edge, and I just make kind of like this wiggly part of a triangle, I guess would be the best way to describe what I'm drawing. And I want to do the same thing on the other side. Then I can trace the bottom of my bowl, connecting it to those edges of my hat. And then when I pick my hat up, I start to see the beginning of my scarecrow. Remember that these weird things on the side are what's making my scarecrow's hat. So I am going to connect them with just a wiggly line going across. All right, so now we've got these steps done. Now we're gonna start to do our scarecrow's face. So I'm gonna do 2 little circles, and I'm just drawing these on my own. I'm going to make a triangle shape for the nose. Some kind of a wiggly line to create a mouth. Two curved lines up in the hat to give like a band or a stripe in that hat. And then kind of a curly type of a line down at the bottom to make the collar or neck of my scarecrow. I'm going to do some lines, horizontal lines, one on the left and one on the right to show where my scarecrow's arms would be. And then I'm going to work with rectangles, and I can use as many rectangles as I want to create the hay or the hair that might be sticking out from my scarecrow. Okay, when you are all done drawing your scarecrow with pencil and you're happy with the way it looks, the next thing I want you to do is work with a black crayon. And I want you to go over your pencil lines, and I want you to outline everything and trace over it in your black crayon. That's going to get us ready for working with watercolor paint. Sounds like a lot of us are about ready. Okay, all right, the next step, you're gonna pick 2 crayons, 2 colors, your choice, any colors you like. And we are going to use them in the bottom. We're gonna draw lines to create a plaid design. What are you talking about, Mrs. Jarek? So when I see scarecrows, they usually have like a flannel shirt on, so we wanna give a design so it looks like that. And I'm going to do that with one color. I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Remember, horizontals go left to right. I'm going to do 2 of those in one color all the way across my paper. And then with that same blue, I'm going to put 2 vertical lines really close together. And then I'm going to skip a big space and do 2 vertical lines, kind of like a pattern. And I'm going to keep going with this all the way across my paper. All right. My second color, I'm going to do a line down in those big open spaces with my second color. I can also do some lines in my hat to give my hat a little bit more interest. And I think I'm going to use a different color. And I'm just going to do some diagonal lines and create a little bit of a crisscross in my hat. Make it a little more interesting. And then at this point, when you've got your lines in your hat and your lines in your shirt, we're going to start painting. We are not going to finish the painting today. I want you to paint along with me so that we can learn how to mix our colors and how to get them to blend and work together, okay? The first part of the picture we're going to work on is going to be the Scarecrow's face. And we're going to want to have brown paint and orange paint for the Scarecrow's face. So remember, we put some drops of water in our colors to get them ready to go and ready to paint with. Just shocked at what I'm going to show you to do with your paint.
Too big, but I guess I can use it.
Look at this. I'm just picking up some orange and I'm scribbling on my Scarecrow's face with my orange and my brown. I told you were going to be shocked. Mrs. Jarek never shows you how to paint like this. Then you're going to start adding water. When you do your scribble lines, you don't need to add any more paint. You're going to just start adding water, and you're going to start to swirl those colors together and spread that paint all around on your Scarecrow, filling in all of the sections of the face. And when we mix our brown and orange together, we get a different shade of brown. We also start to see some darker brown areas and some areas that are a little bit more orange. And this will help our Scarecrow look weathered, like it was really outside protecting the farmer's fields. You can also paint down in that little collar or neck area of the Scarecrow. And then when you're ready, you can pick any color you like for the hat band, except for green, because we're going to make our hat green by mixing colors next week. So you can use orange, you can use red, you can use purple or blue, you could use black or brown. And when you're ready to paint that strip or stripe or band in the hat, you can paint that. And then we're going to stop when that's done. We're gonna let our scarecrows dry. And when we meet up again next week, we're gonna do some more color mixing to make some colors to finish up our scarecrow paintings.